세러데이 쇼다운 B+ 기아 대 BNK BFX.
A menace. And
Zeri
DNF
Lulu.
go for Zeri Lulu. So you have a lot of follow through, you have strong scaling, and into the Alistar you have a pretty free lane. I feel like here you might just have to kind of go towards the center. I feel like if you go the Ezreal, it's going to have a bad time later on. They actually go for the Kai'Sa instead. I mean, you can build Zhonya's later on this to survive the combo. It does commit you to a more forward-focused dive composition. But
They already have so much AP in their comp as well.
And people have been leaning more towards the AP composition. I feel like it does kind of put your composition on a bit of a timer into what DM Freaks have.
So that's another thing to think about. We might not even get to the late game. Let's hop into the Rift for game number 1. And you just kind of die a lot of the time.
Every 80 carry player listening to this is like, yes.
And so just a trade of scuttles, whereas Raptor, they know he's down on the bottom side of the map, but they are still pretty far up the lane, as now looking to close in. Berserker and Life know now that they are in trouble, as they're going to go onto the Lulu, actually. Looks like Diablo was kind of calling off the play anyway, as they had gotten enough space, but it's still the flash and the heal out of Berserker and Life. Just a very aggressive banana brush control coming in here. He's going to hold on to his control ward as well, but now we got Rumble coming up the river, and here's a wall straight onto Life, but there's the polymorph as well. Couple of flashes as Vicla's like, well, I got to get on the right side, and Piosik says, well, so do I. Actually tied. The other team is Bro for the 2 games. As now we got the Orianna in a lot of trouble. Bulldog is going to flash away as they don't quite set up the play on time, and Bulldog gets away.
It looked like he was in range to headbutt, so I don't know if he just didn't press it or what happened there, but either way, just slammed the ground, and I think that should have just been a kill, if I'm being real. So just 2 grubs, but still a big advantage there. Now Vikla.
This little face check gets polymorphed, and now he doesn't have his flash. Remember, he flashed earlier. Nocturne comes in. Pilshe picks up first blood on the top side of the map. But BNK, at least they're going to get this dragon. Feels like a little bit of a consolation prize, as they only got 1 grub, and Zeri got a plate in top lane, so
they're going to turn this off.
Refresh.
They're going to turn this off after this game, honestly, because they're doing this.
All right, here we go. The combo not there, and he's actually able to wall away.
And considering this is a rank 1 ult, it's not going to be down for long.
We got a fight in bottom lane. A lot of needles going into clear, but now Kellen is here, and even the last bunch of needles not able to finish off the Rumble. So Kellen, this time, you know, he's a very scary cowbell.
Now looking for Dudu.
All right, can he press the buttons this time? Well, this time he is going to be able to, due to in a little bit of trouble, but the mist is going to help out a little bit in terms of those resistances, but eventually Dudu just kind of accepts his fate. Doesn't have flash to use exhaust earlier.
Objectives there.
All right, here we go this time again. The combo comes down, and there is flash available for Vikla, but now with the polymorph on top of it, you're just not able to play the game.
So they did the combo. That's how it works.
Oh boy, the overheat comes in from Clear. He's doing a ton of damage with those autos, but Clear, no, the ult is just totally gonna miss. And it wasn't gonna kill him anyway. Kind of came out as, I don't know, desperation. Looked kind of weird, but he got away at least. But he's got an Orianna, as here's Dudu, again, very far up the lane with no flash. And, well, he's gonna...
Oh, Raptor.
Yeah, doesn't quite know the interaction there. I'm not sure if it's gonna matter, as Diablo is coming down here as well. And he will pick up the kill. So 338 gold there for Raptor, or rather for Diablo. And they're going to get this Drake, so that's going to be 2 Drakes for BNK. Yes, before Rise grew.
But I feel like it wasn't
never got any value.
Yeah.
As there is a wall, but he's just going to do a little spin as, oh, the driving. Oh!
He tried so hard.
He got pretty far too, but in the end,
it didn't even matter.
Yeah, it's just extra gold for Diablo. So, how about owner from EWC? Just going up into the sky. Life in a lot of trouble here, but he gets away for now. The follow-up comes in from DNF. Life will go down into trade of supports for now, as they're going in on a Raptor who also had to go very deep, and he's going to be taken down. It's 2 kills for DNF in the team fight.
But you saw just like, especially with the Sprite was completed by Bulldog.
Here we go, there it is, and the Kai'Sa, there's no hope for him. He doesn't have flash, he tries to barrier, but I didn't even see it, he just died. Surviving stuff like this.
They've definitely been practicing this combo, and it's not that hard to do the combo, but we've seen a lot of pro teams even messing it up. Miz, you're giving up Atakan. Dragon's right there for follow-up. Maybe they can stall and wait for the AD carry to come back on the map.
Diablo spawns now. Raptor gonna start this one up, but the Atakan's down. We do have the smite used by Pyoshik, and he doesn't seem to have another one. So it looks like DNF say, well, we got the Atakan that's better. Let's just back away. It is gonna be a Mountain Soul point though for BNK. So.
And I would imagine this is the sort of game where
Oh, the flash on in, they want a combo on Azeri, but guess what the real combo is? It's the one on Akaisa, and Berserker lives! Don't even use the redemption on Berserker, he doesn't need it. They're gonna use it to heal up the team, and Clear goes down. DNF are rolling BNK here in this big game.
this seems like a painfully unfun game to play an AD carry into. And they obviously want a bit more AD from the Kaisa, but I feel like the problem is you kind of want to Zhonya's sooner rather than later on this pick, otherwise you just, like, what does your damage matter if you're just dying immediately?
Yeah. Okay, well, they're going to go in this time. The combo utilized on a Bulldog, but it's the one guy who has Zhonya's, and he just lives immediately. So much damage on a Pyoshik, though. He will go down. And so that's the jungler out, and a big shutdown for Kellen, who does get a bunch of gold. Still, yeah, I feel like they could have prevented this. But they're a bit late to the party. Life is here now. We got a TP coming in as Raptor has the smite, so it's just gone. There's nothing they can do about it. Double TP comes in with the unsealed spellbook, and Kellen gets there as well, and B&K just get Mountain Soul. Well, Raptor's going to be here. He's got a smite. They don't have any vision, but yeah, Raptor doesn't have any wards himself. This damage on this is getting very low, but he's going to pop the paranoia. But in he goes! He gets that pin, and he steals it away! No way you can let that happen! But huge from Raptor here. Clear, gonna live as well, and they got the combo out of Berserker. It's all going the way of B&K now, as it's a double for Diablo. We got a kill here for Clear, and the gold is immediately in favor of B&K.
They're facing a Mountain Soul team, 2,000 gold ahead, and they're ulting into Zhonya's.
Yeah, now they've got the Zhonya's. Now the items are coming through for B&K, and now Kellen is unkillable. Into the backline goes Diablo. Very risky here. Doesn't do quite a lot of damage, but Berserker has to back away, and they chop down Dudu as well. And Diablo gets that kill. Immediately goes into his own Zhonya's, and Clear is clearing up Bulldog by himself. Gives him the thumbs up. On top of it for some extra BM, and B&K, they might have just won this game in the span of 3 minutes.
It's insane. I am shocked despite everything. Despite everything we saw in round 1 and 2, the time off has just given me time to be more surprised by how matchups like this can go. B&K FearX shows some great resilience, and DNF, it's another heartbreak. Game 1, there's still a series ahead. But this just feels like after all that time off, after all the work they must have put in, this must not feel good. Yeah, I think so. This just feels, it's been a while, it just feels worse.
Yeah.
Look at that gold graph.
We've had games like this before. That's why I said during the game, I'm like, you know, they're very good at early game. Their mid game is solid. They were crushing mid game. The second it comes to those late game objective fights, it just flew out the window.
They need to be studied.
Just don't get dove, farm up, and carry us at 30 minutes. Rel going to be selected here. Some more hard engage on the side of B&K. They already had the anti-Wukong. And even like we saw Flandre at EWC putting out the donuts on people and kind of engaging like that, just running at them. So certainly a lot of lockdown from the side of B&K. As we are ready on the top of the rift for game number 2. All too much really will just come down to the way it does farm out. Little tempo heal from Kellen, and they're definitely going to hit level 2 first.
DNF, yes, is going to recall now, but you know he's already got back with a cull, so he's really happy. And now Kellen has some time to reset and roam. I think B&K is pretty happy about that.
Yeah, a bit of an issue. Yeah, he's having a lot of fun. Diablo, quite the opposite here, as he's being bullied by a Trundle, has to flash away from Pyoshik, who is now going to start up this dragon.
Not sure what Diablo was going for in the river there, but that pillar placement was pretty pristine.
Yeah, Life in a bit of trouble. I'm not sure if they quite have the damage to take him out, but that big chunk means that Pyosik has to peel off of the dragon. Right, the flash comes in, and you're not getting away from this one, although he is. He's able to just hop away, as now Life is down here with Pyosik trying to come in for the counter gank. They do have their flashes available, but the long chase is coming in. Life gonna flash over the wall, but immediately Kellen goes over, and is gonna land that stun. The hook goes into Kellen, but I think Aftershock not gonna save you here. First blood given over to Raptor.
Really wanted first blood.
Right, trying to get a bit more here, but that's Ghost on the Jinx, and now Kellen is just dead here. There's nowhere for him to go. He doesn't have his flash, and Berserker's just going to be given a kill. Get really nice and excited. So that's a kill on the Jinx. Could try to set something up there, but looks like BNK is ahead of the play, expecting it. They've got their jungle and support on in as the pillar comes down, the subjugation as well. And still Raptor goes in after that first kill, feeling pretty fed, but they're going very deep for this one. Life might go down, yes he does, but now Kellen in a rough spot. Might get this Jinx excited, but no, he barely gets away. And finally Bulldog does get away himself. Berserker gets the kill, but BNK say, well, that's enough. Boost and runs away.
Yeah, that's just kind of bad. I'm not looking for a dive on a Bulldog. No ult for Bulldog or flash.
Yep, flash on in here for Kellen. It's pretty elementary for him. And now they're going to try to do the same here to Vikla. Nice hook and even a little assist for the Jinx. And the kill will go over to Pyosik. So a trade.
For DNF right now, though, with 2 Sundered Skies, top jungle.
Oh, the flash on in here from Life. He wants to kill this Annie. And with Aatrox here as well, there's just no hope for Vikla. Even though he did flash, that's going to be his second death and the first kill for Dudu. Well, looks like we want to fight over the Rift Heralds here as TP comes in. DNF, remember this, just 20 minutes ago at the Baron in game 1. This Raptor is here waiting for the smite. It's going to go to the Jinx as now the engage comes in onto the backline, and Berserker is in so much trouble. He's the first one to go down, and that was the one-fed guy on the side of DNF. Thankfully for DNF, at least they're able to trade 1-for-1 as they take down Vikla, who did go deep himself. As now trying to overextend for this fight. They want to get onto Diablo, who gets hooked down and pillared. And down he will go himself. And Pyosik looking for more, picks up the double. And Kellen will just be donated over to Bulldog. Eventually, there it goes.
But you know, he's going to be so happy right now. Mao, because they're picking up Dragon.
It was about 3,000 at 20 minutes as Bulldog going to try to hop away. The rest of the team is here for the engage. Once again from Kellen is excellent, and they're going to take down Bulldog just like that. And Berserker is late to the party. It's 2 kills now for BNK, and they might even get a third. And no, it's Berserker getting isolated by Vikla. Finds him on the bottom side. It's 4 free kills after BNK hide on push and turn the game around.
Yeah. What a champion! Game. Yeah. I mean, gold's even. They have 2 dragons in pocket. It's not over. They're going to make use of the Herald. They definitely gave a lot of hope to be... Swing and a miss from Life there.
He's hit some big ones, okay?
Sometimes the confidence gets shaken when you lose a team fight.
Either way, got a little setup here on the top side of the map. This time it's Kellen who's caught out, but the rest of the team is trying to come on in. A big Tibbers onto multiple, but the damage follow-up is not there. Diablo can't get in, and Kellen on the run. He looks like he will get away, but Vikla not the same for him. Diablo doing a bit more damage, but he's going to be locked down, pulled back, although they can't quite kill him for some reason. Diablo's going to get away. Raptor on the run as well, but DNF, they already got Vikla, and they'll look for the Otacon. Bit of damage onto the Dragon already. We got the TP coming in from Vikla. This dude just gets over the wall. The pillar, the follow-up, and a Raptor is huge. The damage from the Aurora, and Vikla is just on the run. Can't really get out of there either. Doesn't have his flash. And so they just kind of run straight at the Trundle, get pillared, and die.
Be a level 12 Annie at this point of the game.
He's got a spell shield this time. That one a very obvious hook that comes in, but now the pillar comes down and the follow-up comes in from Kellen trying to keep him safe. The auto doesn't do a whole lot. Pyosik very tanky, but he's in the backline. Raptor, Berserker gets shot down by Raptor. In the backline, you see Vikla is just running away with a sliver of health himself, and Diablo totally untouched this entire fight as they overextend big time in the mid lane to DNF. Even an extra shutdown bonus for Diablo as BNK are right back in it.
Yeah, despite his short range he has, able to pump out damage that whole time. able to play around the spell shield cooldown and not get threatened. Chunking out Bulldog there, Clear's looking for him.
Yeah.
Skillshit's there with Smite though. Raptor's coming over with his as well. And I think with Vikla turning up, that's enough.
Yeah.
And Kirschik's gonna have to, I mean, I say he's gonna have to run. Can he get out?
I don't know. Maiden's down here too. The damage from the York is huge, and he smacks him on the head. And Diablo and Raptor both get in front of that. It is Baron now for BNK FearX, 26 minutes in. He was trying to follow up on his team again, and he just gets caught out in a really rough spot by the Wukong. So Raptor did a really good job to dive deep to punish Berserker for trying to step up. And it's not Berserker's fault, really. It's just the overextension of the team. Right? You don't really have any supports on your team. You just have Engage. And now we're going to get another fight here. This is onto the Trundle, but they have the damage. The Subjugate doesn't even get used as he dies before that time. It's now due to flashing on in to his inevitable death. It looks like he's surviving for quite a long time, though. Berserker going to go down. Raptor takes out 2. Bulldog just on the run. And I think this game might be lights out at a very similar time here, Ox.
Yep, DNF a little bit late for the setup on the Dragon. A trap was set by BNK FearX. They focused down Trundle first. Doesn't even get a chance to use the Subjugate. And once again, I feel like this AD carry, this Sivir, just untouchable, not able to find that threat. Able to just team fight pretty flawlessly. BNK FearX will claim the win 2-0 over their opposition.
Yeah, pretty good stuff from them to be able to come back from behind twice in a row. And got to give them a bit of credit, even though DNF did kind of struggle themselves. Down will go the Nexus. BNK the 2-0. A good start here to their Rise group journey.
It's kind of one of these situations where if it was play of the game, this game, I think for me it was. But yeah, I think overall BNK FearX, I think this is the expected outcome.
When you're playing AD carry in solo queue, but the damage does not lie. Diablo doing quite a lot. I think the fact that Raptor did basically as much as Vikla really shows you kind of what was going on in this game.
No, I'm actually kind of impressed Vikla did that much damage, considering he was a support Annie.
Yeah.
You know, if Vikla had been more around like the 7k level with Kellen, considering he was like 3 levels down, I'd be like, yeah.
Like when you're Annie and you've got Tibbers and Malignants, you're gonna do a lot of just damage that doesn't really matter, that just kind of flows out. Yep. So he was able to overcome Raptor just barely. Raptor feels like the pretty obvious player of the match, although Diablo is a very close second, so maybe not that obvious.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POM interview translation. We are here with Raptor on the side of BNK FearX. Congratulations! It looks like you're shaking the cheer stick and the light stick. You can go ahead and freely do so. How are you doing this season, during the off-season so far? No, I was playing a lot of League of Legends. And I'm sure that's why you were able to perform so well today. How do you feel about the victory? You know, both games were quite difficult, but we didn't lose focus. And I think we were quite decisive and were able to finish off pretty nicely today. Please give it up for Raptor. How does it feel to get a POM on your first victory of round 3? You know, I wasn't really focused on getting the POM. I just really wanted to win today. And I think every one of my teammates did so well. So I feel like even if it wasn't me that received POM, I think everyone deserves one. You know, you pulled such a huge comeback in game 1, so I want to know if the players knew that this would happen. You know, we weren't really wondering if we would win, but I think we just wanted to focus on what we had to do, our job, just carrying out our job, and you know, we knew that as long as we pulled through the end, that the results will pay off. I think from all the team fights that we won, we knew that we actually would end up closing out with the victory. And in game 2, it was intense all game until this one moment shifted the control over to BNK FearX. So here, how were you able to focus down Jinx in the right moment? You know, Sivir had really good itemization. She had all the core items, and she actually called for Jinx. And I think we were all able to stay on the same page and focus down Jinx so fast. And for both games 1 and 2, your objective control was on point, denying the Dragon Soul from the enemy and then stealing the Baron. So how are you able to play so decisively and calmly in such important moments? You know, the Baron steal was honestly just lucky. I think it just all works out as long as we are focused. So with today's victory, it's such a great start to round 3. So what are your goals? You know, our goal is to end up first place in the Rise group. And personally, I want to be the best jungler in the group. So in order for you to achieve that goal, you have a Saturday showdown coming up against D+ Kia. What is your mindset? Starting from today's victory, I hope that all of us are able to pull up our confidence and keep up our momentum to keep our performance. And that's the end of the interview with Raptor, and back to the space. Thank you.